Welcome to the challenge. Spies, lies, and allies.
The challenge is back. And it feels like TJ brought this challenge just to bruise my ego and break my heart over and over and over again.
Yeah, I'm loving it, to be honest, but I can see why someone who brings history into this could feel some sort of way, because I don't really know most of these people. I haven't watched a lot of the challenge. I've seen one season all the way through, and I've seen a couple of episodes here and there. So as a rookie to this, I'm kind of on the rookie side, and the rookies are definitely on the back foot after these first 2 episodes. But because I'm not too attached to anyone, I'm just going with the flow. So how is TJ trying to ruin your life? What has broken your heart in these first 2 episodes?
So much years trying to get certain people on the show, like bringing on Michaela from Survivor and bringing on international players. And this is one season when we feel like MTV and TJ have finally listened to us, gave the rookies a little bit of a rope to play around with. But you know what happens? Give somebody a rope, they'll hang themselves with it. Because they came to the show and I'm like, they're the majority, which has never happened before. The vet always has the numbers. And this time around, the rookies has the numbers.
We were outnumbered.
We were outnumbered.
We were looking around like, okay, if we don't get it together, like this could be, you know, the rookie revolution. Like,
so it's just so sad to see how they came in with the numbers and they are losing the numbers and only on episode 2. Biggest setback that pissed me off was Michaela being eliminated. Oh my god, I did not like that at all. Because most of the challenges are made for Michaela. She's from Survivor and she's a Survivor beast. So when we saw the trailer and we saw the water challenges and everything, we were like, oh my god, Michaela got this in the bag. And then she comes over and the list. She made the list.
Be written. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Yeah. Yeah. Hit some of these. Hit some of these. Almost there. And done. Now let's see how it looks so far.
The list.
A list with people they trust, with people they don't trust, and with people to put on elimination. Michaela had the list. First on the list. You on the elimination list.
And I was where? I was where?
People who not trust.
You swear on everything that you saw this. There's no lie.
On my music career.
Oh, I love you. I believe you.
Bad thing. Like making a list is not a bad thing. Big players like Lauren has made the list. Corey had a list. So having a list is not necessarily a bad thing. It's just that it was used against her and it worked against her, which kind of sucked because I blame Amy. I'm like, you are a rookie. Shut up. Just shut up. Just keep your head down. Be part of the rookies. Keep the numbers. Target the vet and not be riding the vet's dick on a first episode. I'm like, she has no backbone. And to make it worse, she's from Survivor. You would think survivors wherever, Romania, US, Spain, they will all come in together because they are from Survivors. If they have seen the show, Big Brother stick together. So Survivor, they had a chance to stick together.
I mean, now after 2 episodes, I think her problem is, and she said it from the very beginning, she's not good at the political game. She said even in Survivor, she made it as far as she made it because she was good at the challenges and she was good at fighting for her place there. But when it comes to the politics, she's not good at it. And now I'm looking at the first 2 episodes and I'm realizing that, like, even when she started getting all emotional in this 2nd episode and saying there's snakes in the grass and people betraying you, I realize now it's because she's not about the game.
I feel betrayed. I'm so stupid, Mr. TJ. I open my heart to everyone as I always do. I'm never fake. I always tell people what I have to say in their faces. I know I'm overreacting. I know I'm crying. I'm showing my weakness to everybody. I know this is wrong. These snakes. I'm tired. All of my childhood was like this, and I'm still stupid.
She's just like, be upfront, say what you feel, even if you look crazy and you're crying in front of everyone, say exactly how you feel.
Let me
said, I was like, what do you know about Michaela and Ren? And she's like, well, she does have a list. And I was like, what did the
You
list
asked
say?
But Emmy didn't go volunteering that information, which changes
But
the
Emmy found
motive.
it and you got voted in, so it worked because we
Clearly,
saved Emmy.
yeah, it worked.
We exposed what you were doing because she thought
you
that.
didn't expose. You just took a little piece of truth and mixed it with a lie.
The second episode, same thing. She's just out here throwing her emotions everywhere, saying everything she thinks, and because people are doing things behind closed doors, she sees it as snakes, betrayal, because she can't play the game. That's not her thing.
I do understand that she doesn't know how to play the game.
Yeah.
She's not that political, but it's also annoying because it's like you should be political because you are from Survivor. Survivor is all about politics.
But that's why she lost in Survivor.
Oh yeah.
She didn't win. If she won Survivor, you could say she should know. But she lost in Survivor, so it's like she's just making the same mistakes again. But I don't know if she started getting emotional and crying in Survivor. But in this one, it was like, it's so early for you to be this emotional. Like, it's not like there's some long-standing alliance that was broken. It's like, you don't know these people. They owe you nothing. So, yeah, they're gonna throw you in. Like, she's not good at the game. She's just not.
She's not good at the game, and it upsets me because her lack of experience in politics and the challenge, it took away the chance of someone that we have spent years trying to get on the show. I'm like, God damn it.
But like, I wasn't that upset because coming off the one season that I did see, my favorite competitor from that season was Jordan and Tori. I liked their relationship and I liked their whole thing. Then I found out that they broke up in between seasons. I wasn't watching back then. But coming into this season, I was hoping for Jordan, but he wasn't here and Tori was here. And I was like, oh, at least she's here. I can follow her through. That's one person at least that I know and like. And it looked like Michaela could be going for Tori. And then Michaela got thrown in. I was just like, well, at least Tori's not in there. I can't feel bad about this because she's one of the few characters I do know. And if it comes to like rooting for the newbies, I'm all about that. I'm all about rooting for the underdogs. But I'm more interested in rooting for the African underdogs that are here, the Nigerian players that are in this. Because this is the first time Nigerians at all are in the show. Whereas Michaela, yeah, it's her first time, but there's been a lot of Survivor people and fan favorites and that kind of stuff before. So she'll be back. I'm not too worried about Michaela. But the woman I do have my eyes on, the African woman and Tori, I hope they go very far this season.
Yes, and speaking of Nigerian players, Esther winning her first challenge and representing Nigeria, I was like, yes.
No, she was a great competitor when it came to the challenge, obviously winning that challenge. The one thing that I will say is that as a rookie, she also didn't capitalize on the politics of it when it came to who they throw in, because they threw in 4 rookies. So either way, Josh and Fessy and Tori and the vets that are clearly playing some sort of game here are getting what they want. So I feel like, yeah, for now she might be like, okay, let me just endear myself to these people and not rock the boat at all. But I'm like, to not even throw one, to not even like, I don't know. It seems like they just chipping away at the rookies one by one.
Yeah, I agree. But if on Esther's position, I really think that was a good decision for her to make because it's so early in the game and she's close with Fessy, which means she's building relationship with the Big Brother people, and the Big Brother people seem to be running the house. Hence why everybody's choosing Devin because he got the politics and the big alliance. I think it will be way too early for Esther to be showing off her card. But I feel like if she was partnered up with the rookie and they won, I do see them throwing in a vet. But because she's tied with Fessy, she has to go with what Fessy wants and be part of the Big Brother alliance.
But for all of them that they threw in, because the thing is,
who else does she have to throw in? Like, who else is a possibility?
But the thing is, now she's in the exact same boat that Emmy's in. The rookies are looking at her and like, we don't know if we can trust you. And the vets are looking at her like, yeah, we'll use her as long as we need her. And then we throw her overboard. She's in exactly the same position Emmy's in.
Yeah.
So I'm like, you didn't help yourself. I think you helped Fessy. I don't know if that's good for you, to be completely honest.
But for also, aligning herself with the vets and stuff as a rookie, they might not see her as a threat and might take her onto the final because they think she has no experience in the in a final, so they can win against her. But then the guys might also be like, I don't want to be partnered up with someone who doesn't have experience.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, it's a 2020 on side. Like,
so in this elimination challenge, we had
Kels.
Yeah. So Kels, who was out here deadlifting and so many weights in the beginning, showing off, getting even Tori's attention. Everyone's like, damn, look at this guy. Well, sometimes getting attention, not the greatest thing, because people start getting intimidated and then they gun for you. And that's exactly what happened. They paired him up with that, what was her name? Amy. Who was the Emily? What was the name of the woman Kels was?
The vampire.
Yeah. Can't laugh at your own joke.
It's funny. What was her name? It was
my joke, actually.
Tracy.
Yeah, so Kels was paired up with Tracy, who didn't blink at all. She seemed like a robot or a vampire or something. But she seemed like the one that was costing in the elimination. She couldn't get the blocks up in time, whereas Emmy was actually pulling them up quite fast. She got stuck there near the end, but she was actually really good. Let's actually say it with the Survivor thing. She's really good at the challenges. And she kept her and Ed in, and unfortunately, the vets game is working like clockwork. They eliminated their most feared rookie. They eliminated another rookie that's not on their team anyway, so they don't care. And yeah, moving forward, it looks like the vets are in the position of power now.
Yeah, I feel like this season is for a vet to lose. The way that things are looking up right now, it's for the vet to lose. And I really feel like the rookies are coming in at a huge disadvantage, which they have no one else to blame from themselves. Because when you watch the aftermath and you see the voting and how that goes, it's very quite clear that the rookies are not communicating with each other.
I don't think they see each other as an alliance yet.
No.
They're just like, oh, we're all rookies. And it's like,
no.
The game is already rookies versus vets. Whether you realize it or not is the only question. Now, I will say, moving forward, I'm a little nervous for the rookies. One thing that's interesting moving forward is I'm seeing some of the players from previous seasons taking on different roles. Like, okay, Kels was kicked out, so Josh's plan worked perfectly. But Kels was kind of right that Josh isn't usually the mastermind strategist, but he's trying to move into that position now this season. And I think I'm seeing Tori trying to move into that Cara position. That Cara, was it Cara?
Yeah, Cara, yeah.
Yeah, that she was in with like the woman that's clearly pulling a lot of the strings, but also acting like, oh, I'm just like cool with it. What are you talking about? I'm not playing. And it's like, come on, we all know what you're doing.
And also highly in demand by everybody, because now she's like the strongest female that everybody want to partner up with, and that's what Cara used to bring on. But also, I do see her moving slowly into the nanny reputation. And
everyone's still... They've got their alliances and they've got the people they can trust, but everyone's still like, we're not sure who to trust exactly. So let's keep maybe 2 or 3 options going. I think that's also where Tori is. I don't think Tori really wants to be the passer on. I think she's like, let's keep the options open till we see. Because Kels was one of her options and then Kels got kicked out. So if you bet everything into one and then he gets kicked out, then you're screwed.
Yeah.
And, you know, Jordan's not here this season. So she was not with him anymore. So the idea of linking yourself to one person, I think she's like, maybe that didn't work out too good. Let's try
something else.
Yeah, so I don't know. We'll see moving forward, but I'm still interested. I want to see where Esther goes. I want to see where Tori goes. And then I want to see where everyone else goes.
One question. How do you think Big T's game is going to be affected going forward? Because we've already seen a little preview for the next episode where somebody said we cannot trust Big T, and also seeing the aftermath where we now become aware that she was left out of the whole plan.
Yeah, honestly, maybe I'm underestimating her, but I never really thought of Big T as a big player in the game. So when I started seeing her getting like thrown under the bus with other things, like it looks like it might happen from the preview, I'm like, yeah, that seems like it was
possible. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay, that seems like the way it was gonna go. I'm a little surprised because she is one of the vets, but everyone keeps speaking like she's aligned with the rookies.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what's that about? So
I think it's because Big T is a very like friendly person that easily gets along with everybody.
Yeah.
And she's also the first person that went to warn Michaela first episode. And I understand that because on the challenge last season, they did have this whole thing of people of color should look out for one another. So when she saw a person of color getting targeted on the first episode and she likes her, she took it upon herself to say, yo, girl, your name is out there. So I think because of that move and also being friendly with Kels kind of got people thinking that she might be aligned with
she seems like the opposite of Emmy.
Yeah.
Where it's like they're both not good at playing the politics, but Emmy's busy throwing everyone under the bus and Big T's trying to rescue everyone from the bus, but it's like, maybe just stay out of it, you know? Because as soon as you start stepping into anything, you put the spotlight on yourself. Then it's like, oh, maybe you want to throw this person under next too. Like a lot of the stuff, it's like the person that gets taken out is the person everyone's talking about. It's like good or bad, you're the one in the spotlight, so we're going for you.
I'm curious to see if CT is going to protect Big T because they were partners last season and they had a really good bond and good relationship. So when her name has been thrown around, I'm really interested to see how CT is going to react and what position it is going to take.
Yeah, CT's one of the smartest players. CT can throw Big T under the bus and make it so Big T doesn't even realize it was him that threw it. That's what CT. CT's somehow able to keep everyone friends with him and screw people over a lot.
Yes, because he voted for Anissa and Logan, and I don't think anybody knows about it.
Yeah, no, that's his game. So we'll see.
We are only 2 episodes in. There's still a lot of games to be played. I'm looking forward to see if the rookies will be able to turn things around and start playing the game and communicate with one another and stop being used as pawns and just following their partner vets around.
Yeah, no, me too. Fingers crossed, but experience is probably the most valuable thing in this game. So the vets are going to be running rings around the rookies for a little bit, I think, before they wise up, but hopefully it won't be too late.
Hopefully.